Amazing. History reveals that the next earthly kingdom was very short-lived. One young man managed to conquer the entire modern world in a very short time. The third earthly kingdom, represented as brass, is Greece. By the age of 32, Alexander the Great died. This kingdom was given to Alexander's 4 commanders: Cassander, Lysimachu, Seleucus, and Ptolemy. The transition from the third earthly empire to that of the fourth was very gradual. Now we come to the fourth beast of this great image that King Nebuchadnezzar dreamed. The prophet Daniel was sickened over this terrible beast. Scriptures reveal to us that this fourth beast is different from the others. What makes this fourth beast different from Alexander the Great? Greece? Medes and Persians? This fourth, beastly, earthly kingdom takes parts of the prior 3 kingdoms. For example, the Babylonian religion, the strong edicts of the Medes and Persians, the swiftness of Alexander, and the infallible raising up their rulers, making them into deities. This beast is also diverse from the others, in that this reign becomes a religious and political state power. This kingdom, represented as iron legs, is none other than pagan imperial Rome. Pagan Rome represents the iron legs and is the fourth earthly kingdom. We learn more about this beast in the book of Revelation. And the messenger said to me, "Why did you marvel? Let me explain to you the secret of the woman, and of the beast she rides, which has the 7 heads, and the 10 horns. The beast that you saw was, and is not, and is about to come up out of the pit of the deep and goes to destruction. And those dwelling on the earth, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, shall marvel when they see the beast that was, and is not, and yet is." We know it was the Jewish tribune that handed Yahushua over to the Roman authorities. During the time of Yahushua, Caesar Augustus ruled pagan imperial Rome. By the turn of the century, this fourth beast showed its iron teeth. The papacy was behind the Inquisition and the crusades. Right now, this beast is not, but it will soon be again. The Jerusalem Bible, a Catholic version, even admits that this fourth beast is pagan Rome. As the curtain of this earth age comes to a rapid closing, Rome will play a very important role as the last kingdom before the Messiah returns. And in the days of these sovereigns, the elah of the heavens shall set up a reign which shall never be destroyed, nor the reign pass unto other people. It crushes, and puts to an end all these reigns, and it shall stand forever, because you saw that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it crushed the iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great elah has made known to the sovereign what shall be after this. And the dream is true, and its interpretation is trustworthy. Scriptures reveal that by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word shall be established. Therefore, upon reading Daniel chapter 2 and 7, it is clear that the image of gold, silver, bronze, iron, and clay runs parallel with the 4 beasts of chapter 7. These 4 symbolic beasts are 4 literal kingdoms. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this, I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful, and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured, and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and, behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And, behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. The dreadful beast represented Rome. The iron kingdom of Daniel 2 is here, represented as a dreadful beast with great iron teeth. The iron legs as well as the dreadful beast represents pagan Rome, while the iron feet represents the papal supremacy. Just as the four symbolic beasts of Daniel chapter 7 represents four earthly kingdoms. Daniel chapter 7, verse 3, is the lion with wings, it represents Babylon. Daniel chapter 7 verse 5, is the bear, which represents the Medes and Persians. Daniel chapter 7, verse 6, is the leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads, the leopard represents Greece. Daniel chapter 7 verse 7, is the dreadful beast with iron teeth and 10 horns, which represents imperial Rome. Daniel chapter 7 verse 8, is the little horn, and Daniel chapter 7 verse 11 is beastly Rome that will last up until the end. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, the gold head, ruled around 605 to 538 BC. The Medes and Persians, the silver, ruled around 538 to 331 BC. Alexander the Great, from Greece, is the brass, ruled around 331 to 168 BC. History reveals to us that Rome, the iron, ruled around 168 BC to 476 AD.